Okay, so we've already looked at the opening moves by type in the previous video. Just in case you like to do things in numerical order, just have an exact breakdown, kind of how to play each set of numbers number by number. I thought I'd do the same. There's nothing new in this video from running on to the last video. It just summarizes all those moves number by number. So I'm going to take the 15 various rolls that you can roll and just go down through them. So, for instance, you can't get a 6-6 because you can't open with doubles. 6-5, we're just going to do the Lover's Leap run. It's a great running number. We're likely to be ahead in the race after the roll, so we just come from take our back checker and run it forward to the 13 point. 6-4, there's three possible ways to play 6-4. If you don't need a gammon, if you're in your final game of the match and just try to win the game, the best move is just to run from the back. Again, it's a good running number. Hope that you don't get hit with a 2, and look, if you do, you're still in the game. If you need gammons, and if you want to try and blitz your opponent, the correct move is to play 8-2 and 6-2. So 8-2 and then 6-2 and make a point in our home board, and means if we hit black, we're already starting to going for a blitzing movement. And I said the nice halfway house move that I personally am warming to is definitely just to come out with the 6 and down with the 4. And as I said in the previous video, even if it's not 100% the right move, if you needed to run or if you needed a gammon and want to play one of the other 6-4 moves, might not be 100%, but it's 99%, and will leave you to easier games for PR reasons easier game for PR reasons for the rest of this game. 6-3, you come out with the 6 and down with the 3. 6-2, it's the same, out with 6 and down with the 2. 6-1, you come down with the 6 onto the 7 point to the bar point and cover it with the 1 from one of those checkers in your 8 point. There's your 6-1 sorted. We're now onto the 5s. 5-4, down with the 5, and the preferred move with the 4 is to split at the back, although you could come down with another checker down with the 13 point, is quite nice. 5-3, the best move is to make a point in our home board. It's not the best point, but it's still the best thing to do with the 5-3. With the 5-2, best move is down with the 5 and split at the back with the 2. With the 5-1, same thing, down with the 5 and split at the back with the 1. On to 4-3. 4-3, if you're going to split at the back, you're better off coming down with the 4 and splitting with the 3. It just gives you better numbers to use. That checker on the 9 point can be very flexible and adds a great diversity to the numbers you could roll next go. But there's nothing wrong either with coming down with the 4 and also coming down with the 3. And you've got two good builders there. And XG, the computer which rates your moves, actually quite likes that, prefers that as an opening move, down with 2 checkers. 4-2, you're going to make your silver point with the 4 and the 2. 4-1, you're down with the 4 and you split with the 1 at the back. 3-2, if you're coming down with 1, you come down with the 2, not the 3. It's an error to come down with the 3 because you want to make a major split at the back. So you use the 3 to make a major split. But you can also, with the 3 and the 2, come down with both of them. And again, if you're not hit, you've got two good builders there, and you're well on the way to making a good priming game for the rest of the game. 3-1, the best move of the lot is just make our golden point with the 3 and the 1. And finally, the last roll you can get is the 2-1, down with the 2, and split at the back is the, I suppose, slightly preferred option. It's the 100% option, but 99% option, and also quite attractive, particularly if you're playing a weaker opponent. Or, as I said in my case, if you think I think it leads to easier PR games. Is instead of splitting at the back with the 1, you just 6-5 with the 1. Hope that you're not hit. And if you're not hit, you're on the way to a really solid priming game. That is all the opening moves in a rapid fire. I appreciate you getting them rapid fire, but I've explained them in more detail in the previous video. So you want to watch these two videos together. I just thought you might find it easier to have a summary of the moves, number by number by number. Start with the 6s and then the 5s and so on, and work down through the different numbers. That's the opening rolls. And as is for the beginners on this course, you will find that you'll get the hang of them quite quickly, and you learn to play them quite quickly the more you play. Um, I'm doing quite a bit of research into the second role, and there's been great work. There's a great seminar by Mochi about this. There's great work by two particular experts. Jeremy Begay has done a super analysis of this, and so has Albert Stegg. And I will come back to the what's called the opening responses. So if you don't go first and you go second, how you play the role, because there's only 15 opening roles, but there's about 504 possible opening responses. So you're not going to memorize them. You're going to kind of need to understand what's going on even by the time you have to go second. It's There's a lot to be learned there, but I think the next step, we'll come back to this. We're going to look at the openings over the course of the next few months. The next step, I think, is to move on to Mitchie's opening concepts book and kind of go through it. Then I want to look at Bill Roberti's opening books, and then we might come back to the second replies and a system for those. But there's definitely a lot to be kind of learnt. As I've consistently said, with the opening, in every single game we go through the opening. It's not like one of Mitchie's other books is the end game technique, which we'll study at some stage. But the end game, which very often you don't get to an end game because you've doubled yourself out of it or something. But the opening happens in every game. It is learnable and studyable, and that's why I just want to get myself right in it as much as anything else. So what we'll do is, there's the opening moves. That's a good start. We'll then go on to Mitchie's opening concepts book and work our way through that section by section, and that will put us in a strong position then to kind of look at, how stronger we can get at the opening.